What's good, peoples of Dcuo? It's your boy Singra, aka Ant, bringing you an in-depth guide on sorcery healing. The reason why I'm doing this video is because there are one too many videos out there explaining how sorcery works, when in reality, sorcery is very versatile. One of the first disclaimers that I'm going to give you guys is on Soul Siphon. The reason why I believe Soul Siphon is a useless power to use for raids and alerts, it's because it's a mid to close range power and it only heals you for when you get damaged, right? So the best time to use Soul Siphon is in duels and one mans. And the place where it truly shines is in PvP. Okay, that's the first disclaimer. So also in this video I'm gonna be informing you on what artifacts to use for each specific rotation that I have set up for you guys, which is a total of 4 different rotations. There's close range to long range and so on and so forth. Now let me inform you on the artifacts that I have here to inform you properly. One of the artifacts that are useless is Starheart Fragment. It is a artifact based around your group heal that increases the health of the group, which is really useless because if the group is doing what they need to do, like the mechanics of the game, right? If they're evading and all that stuff, you don't really have to worry about their health. When it comes to increasing it, you just have to heal it point blank. And that's the reason why I don't use it. So it's just to inform you on that. One of the other artifacts that I want to be displaying to you guys right now is the freaking Orb of Orion, which is another useless artifact. And the reason why I don't use the Orb of Orion is that it's a 300% power cost. So it's draining more than half of your power bar just to heal one single person. Another disclaimer to this artifact, a lot of people believe that it heals multiple people when in reality it only heals one person. And it's sad because it's a really good artifact to want to have, but for the effects the power drain is just way too much of a cost, so it's very useless for runs. And to be truthful, I don't use it. I don't consider using it, and I don't recommend using it because it's just trash all around for one heal when you could spam heals on any power as a priority heal, or if you want to, you could freaking use a group heal after you're spamming your priority heal and still wouldn't have to worry about draining your power bar as much as the freaking Orion does when its effect procs from you using your freaking priority heal. So the next artifact I'm going to be displaying to you is going to be the Eye of the Gemini. In the case of the Eye of Gemini, EOG heals is pretty decent. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that the thing about EOG heals, it's more revolved around close range healing. So you have to be on top of the group 24/7 when it comes to throwing EOG heals. And the best way to do EOG heals is with a rotation that's revolved around healing the group and spamming a freaking supercharge or several supercharges in that case, right? So it's a decent artifact. It's not bad. It's pretty beastly. The next artifact I want to give a pointer with is the Omegahedron. A lot of people say that Omegahedron is trash because it's useless artifact for all powers. It makes no sense because Omegahedron actually helps you maintain your power. So essentially you don't really need to worry about receiving power from a troll. You could just receive buff from a troll. And that's the one reason why I would prefer to use the Omegahedron, right? And it's a great artifact. It's one of the better stats for might and power. So it's a good artifact to use when it comes to healing. It's just basically a standard artifact to use for certain rotations. Next we have the star of the show when it comes to sorcery heals, because this right here is one of the better artifacts that you're going to want to use for a very specific rotation that I have, which is actually one of my faves. So I'm going to get straight to it. Here we are with the first setup, which is basically my standard heals rotation for sorcery. I'll display my artifacts and white mods. So first up we have Page of Destiny, then we have Purple Healing Ray, following Transformation card. So in the leg mods, I have Tumbling Master. In the hands, I have Regenerative Shield for the face piece, Restoration, and Power. For the headpiece, I have Energized Circle Protection. For the weapon, Restorative Adapter V. For the neck, at the moment, I have Focus Restoration V. For the back piece, I have Accelerated Ritualistic Word. For the chest, I have Hardy. And the legs, I have Restorative Offering. Now the setup is basically very simple. We have Boon Souls, then we have at the moment Ritualistic Word, followed by Rejuvenate, Soul Bolt, following up Shard of Life, then Invocational of the North, which is basically a setup for long range heals. So in the weapons, only 1 point in brawling. In acrobats, you only need to get the movement power. You don't need anything else for the setup. In iconics, you don't need anything. And the stats is might and power. Get the power, get the setup straight down, and then put the rest of your skill points into might and power. If you have extra to put into your dominance, put it into dominance. So here's the setup. Oh, another disclaimer for Sobo. Um, the range on Sobo is redonkulous. It's actually pretty good. A lot of people say that it's trash, although it's just 7k heals whenever you hit it, but when it procs, it can proc around the range of 18k heals, right? And the thing with it is that it has a long range ratio for heals. So you don't really need to be up on the boss with it for people to get its full proc effect. Like basically the crit that it hits with. I'll demonstrate right now, see? I'm long range hitting that target and I'm getting heals from long range with it. So it's actually pretty good. Here's the next setup that I have. This is a Watcher Healing Rotation. I'm not too fond for Watcher Healing Rotations because it's very power hungry. But to be truthful with you, you want the Eye Gemini, Purple Healing Ray, and the Page of Destiny. But in reality, you're gonna want the uh, Scrap of the Soul Cloak instead of Eye Gemini for this setup. So basically, the loadout is Offering, Boon of Souls, Ritualistic Word, and Soulbolt. You can actually replace Soulbolt with Rejuvenate, Albert of Destiny, and Watcher. So in the Albert of Destiny form, you're gonna basically just spam Rejuvenate and clip into every other power. So you got Offering, then Ritualistic Word, then you got Rejuvenate following Invocational Renewal. Right, so it's basically a long range base rotation. And then you have Perfect Poise. The reason why I use Perfect Poise is that when you're in Albert of Destiny form, you're very squishy, so you can pretty much die from anything. So using Albert of Destiny is gonna help with that. So this is how I set it up. I know I said I was only gonna give you guys and girls 4 rotations, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So here's an extra rotation with the Watcher. Oh, and for this setup, you're gonna want to replace transformation card with the Omegahedron. This is the build that you need it for. The loadout is Offering, Rejuvenate, Boon of Souls, Ritualistic Word, Invocational Renewal, and everybody knows Watcher. Skill points is the same setup as the previous ones. Here we have my EOG setup for sorcery. It's basically close range heals. And so what you want to do with it is basically use the Eye of the Gemini, the Purple Healing Ray, and the Scrapper Soul Cloak. You don't need to worry about page or any of that crap. First of all, the loadout is Rejuvenate, Boon of Souls, Ritualistic Word, Circle Protection, Invocational Renewal, Albert of Destiny, and in the bat form you need So Well, Ritualistic Word, Rejuvenate, Circle Protection, Invocational Renown, and Perfect Poise, so you won't be getting knocked out. Same setup as the other ones with the skill points. And here we have my favorite setup, which is basically sorcery spam heals with the Albert of the Destiny rotation. So I'm going to demonstrate the artifacts I have in this one. You don't really need Eye of the Gemini in this one. You're going to need Scrap of the Soul Cloak, Purple Healing Ray, and Transformation cards. Your best setup. So basically for this rotation, you're going to need to use Ritualistic Word, Boon of Souls, Rejuvenate, Shot of Life, and Invocational Renewal. followed by Albert of Destiny. And in the Albert of Destiny form, you're going to want Rejuvenate, Transmutation, Ritualistic Word, Shard of Life, and Invocational Renewal, followed by Perfect Poise, since you already know, is to help protect us from getting knocked out. Same setup as the other ones, with the skill points. I hope you enjoyed going on this journey and learning how to use sorcery in depth with me. If you like this video, please subscribe and like my channel. And if you can, support me, because I will be trying to bring out more content. I have several other characters that I've been testing and working on powers. I can bring out a DPS rotation if y'all need, so go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless you all abundantly.